The portal to Mythos will be closing by the end of the week, and you all need to be through before that happens.
Why? But what if I can help?
Yeah, and I don't want to go back when you like this.
I like to eat.
I'm afraid I really need you to. I can't have you here while I'm in the state that I'll be in, and I can't risk you being infected by it either.
But fairies don't get sick. They don't.
Well, they didn't when I had the ability to give protective magic to you.
I don't need protecting. I can take care of myself.
Yes,
Well,
I'm strong.
I know you are, but could you be strong and protect yourself and the others in Mythos? They'll need your protection as well.
That's true. I guess you need my help.
I think Caderyn's right. I think it's time for all of us to go back.
You can have until the end of the week at least to enjoy the town and say your goodbyes, but I really think it would be best if you were there before the portal closes. If not, you'll have to wait an entire year before you can go back, and who knows how much time will have passed in Mythos by then.
Caderyn, I'll take them back.
Actually, Kyrah, the fairies need to go back, but you don't.
No, but
Just
not fair.
listen, please. Just. I recently learned this evening, thanks to the work of Zodi, the importance of accepting who you are and your heritage. And I realized that it's been unfair of me to deny that opportunity to you.
What are you talking about? I am a fairy.
Just let me tell you everything, please.
You're scaring me.
You deserve the truth, and unfortunately, I have not given it to you. 1,000 years ago, when we stopped the portal cycles from opening, myself, Drock, Jardani, many others, we worked very hard to make sure that the infection and the darkness from law wouldn't spread by closing the portals to the other worlds.
Yes, you told me this whole story.
Yes. And you helped as well. Well, in fact, you didn't just help. You were rather leading the charge. You and your you and your 3 sisters, the 4 of you from Aurora, were very strong with magic, and you knew it was the right thing to do to protect all of the other worlds, and so you gathered many other magic users, and we were able to together close the portals. But unfortunately, in order to do that, it meant that one of us, or as many of us as we could, had to be on each side of the portals. Some in the side from Mythos, some here on Earth, some in Aurora, and even some on the side from Law. Some sacrificed knowing that they would likely never see their loved ones again. And you and your 3 sisters, being some of the strongest, knew that you had to divide yourselves among the 4 sides of the portals. And you and I had been very good friends for a long time before that, and you quite loved the world of Mythos. You had often remarked that you wish you could be as carefree as the fairies. And so you made the sacrifice to come to the Mythos side of the portal, knowing that if it worked and we were successful, you would never see your family ever again. And it broke your heart to do it, but you knew that it was what had to be done in order to protect everywhere else from what was happening in Law. And I've seen pieces of that same stubborn but caring spirit here in Evermore as you've tried to protect everyone around you, even if at times it was not the way I wanted you to do it. You always put other people ahead of yourself. Unfortunately, using that strong of magic often has side effects. And as happened with Draw, where you were and who you were. Whatever had happened had completely erased your memory. And I knew in that moment I had to make a decision between telling you all over again of the heartbreaking truth that you would never see your family ever again, or to lie and to give you a happy life among the fairies, one that you had said that you had envied. And Kyrah, you know, I never thought that the portals would be open again. In fact, we all prayed that they wouldn't. And it had broken my heart knowing that I would never see my father, knowing that you would never see your family again either. So I told you you were a fairy. I told you you were the oldest, that you were born from one of the peonies where you were found. And I'm sorry that I didn't tell you sooner, but you have to stay, because if you do, if you can stay through the law season, and if you can help those here and make it through to Aurora, you might be able to see your family again.
Why didn't you tell me earlier? You had 1,000 years to tell me.
Because for 1,000 years I prayed I wouldn't have to. Because for 1,000 years you were happy with the fairies. And I didn't want for the rest of the thousands of years of your life for you to be miserable.
If what you're saying is true, then I made a choice 1,000 years ago to give up my family to sacrifice. Is this what you're telling me?
Yes.
Why don't you think I'd make that same choice again? A second time?
Because I know I wouldn't.
To know the truth of who I am. Instead, I've been living a lie for 1,000 years because of you. You took away my freedom. Everything I knew. You erased my past. And created a lie.
It was to save you, Kyrah.
You stay out of this. You know nothing.
Kyrah.
No, you listen to me. I don't want anything to do with you. Any of you. You are wrong. I don't know what gave you the right. Who you thought you were. You certainly were not my friend.
Careful, your mind will unravel.
Imelda,
Yes.
you need to watch over the fairies now. And take them back to Mythos.
Yeah, yes, of course. I think it's the best idea.
I think so as well. I'm sorry that you had to see that. But unfortunately, I don't think there was any other choice.
I will make sure that we only know about the happiest times with you being with us.
Thank you. I'm sorry to the rest of you as well. And I'm sorry to you that you had to see that.
You made the right choice.